Tatarara. 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 Ok, tatarara. Espera un momento. Solo tengo este, sí. Ok, 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 ok. Soy por aquí, soy por acá. Ok, eso ahí. Sí, está bien, ¿no? Sí, sí, creo que sí. Oh, eso lo entiendo. Ok, ok, ok. Ay. Bien. Ok, ay, espérate, claro, yo cómo veo el chat de YouTube si no tengo dos pantallas. Mm. Ok, 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 ok. Espérate, ¿sí? ¿Estoy aquí? Estoy en el canal. No, no, espérate. Ok, listo. Vamos bien, ¿no? Creo que vamos bien. Creo. Pero, pero, por cierto, este año para enero, febrero, marzo, abril, mayo. Para mayo va a salir la última película del planeta de los simios. ¡Qué bárbaro! Ojalá, a ver si echamos un maratón del planeta de los simios. Bueno, un maratón. Lo que no me gusta es que dice que la película está basada en 300 años hacia el futuro. Y no es una película continua. Y como no es una película continua, no vamos a ver a la niña esta que se quedó, que recogió César, ¿sí? Que recogió César y pues la rescató, ¿no? Junto con las demás la llevaron. Entonces eso es lo único malo que veo, que la película es basada en el futuro, hace 300 años adelante. No va a ser a continuación y por lo tanto no veremos a la niña cómo se desarrolló, qué le pasó, ¿no? Pero claro, hace 300 años en el futuro, tal vez por fácilmente ¿no? Falleció otra vez la niña. Uy, era muy bueno. Yo quería ver la continuación, tipo, ver si se convertía en uno de los, ¿qué se podría decir? Uno de los concejales. Pero bueno, va a estar bueno. Así no me he hecho spoilers. Igual la de Deadpool que va a salir también no la cómo se llama. Poner el 7 acá. Ahí jugamos más normal. No. Ok. A ver, esto ya está. Esto ya está. Lo único que falta es esto. Esto se supone que es texto, ¿no? Ah, sí. Esto es texto. Tururú. Tu, turu, tu, tu.
First, we have to decide on the shape. Hey, what are you laughing at? Oh, that's not a completely crazy idea. If nothing else, a Paimon-shaped kite could at least make sure you never get lost in your travels and always find the tastiest food and funnest things to do wherever you go. Maybe we're not exercising enough artistic license. Ooh, we should exaggerate this a bit. How about this? The word Paimon means the guardian angel of travelers.
Oh, Paimon.
Now, what expression should we give her, since the kite is going to be flying super high in the sky? Ooh, like this? Ooh, the title of champion kite flyer is mine! Now that we've decided, let's make it happen!
Vamos.
It's done! Paimon has to say, Kai Paimon might even rival real Paimon in terms of cuteness. Now we just have to attach the string, right?
All right, gather around, everyone.
Oh, Shenyun's calling us!
Let one take a look.
Wow! Ganyu and Shenhe made a scissor-tailed swallow! It's so pretty. Yep. The coloring makes it look a lot like Master. If the tail wasn't split in two like that, it might even be a spitting image. If you look closely, there are a few spots where the colors go outside the lines. Did you doze off while painting it, Ganyu?
I did the painting. I stared at the paper for quite some time, but I simply could not recall the coloring of any bird. Except Master. Or should I say that I'm too familiar with her crane form? Even when she stands before us in human form, all I can see is blue and white.
Oh, well, now that you mention it, Paimon can see it too.
Exactly. So I simply closed my eyes and painted from memory.
No way. You can paint with your eyes closed? Wow, the disciples of Adepti really are something.
You are most filial, Shenhe. One is flattered by the likeness.
The Swanee that Gaming and Shuyu made looks very majestic. I'm sure it'll look even more impressive as it soars through the sky.
The eyes and ears glow in the dark, so you're sure to see it at night. Your golden finch is cute too, Yao Yao. It's all thanks to Auntie Cloud Retainer's guidance.
What about your kite, traveler?
Ta-da! Here it is!
Its self-important countenance bears a striking resemblance to that of its namesake.
It makes her look like she's already won the competition. Well, that's gonna happen one way or another.
Is that the Jade Chamber?
Oh? Who dares attempt such a flagrant display of impropriety by releasing a kite into one's territory without one's permission? Oh, and to do so by making use of this? crude piece of mortal machinery. One simply must know who it is that possesses such impertinence. Continue attaching the strings, everyone. One will be but a moment.
Cloud Retainer! Traveler, Paimon, could I trouble you to go after Cloud Retainer?
Master's going to be okay, right?
I'm more worried about the person who released the kite.
There's wind up ahead! Looks like we can glide over! It's right there!
This Fontanian device of mechanical motion is quite curious indeed.
Now is hardly an opportune time for your musings. Someone among us was not sufficiently attentive, and now the kite has vanished.
Calm yourself. Do you have any recollection of its last location?
One believes it drifted in the direction of Mount Outsong. Perhaps it is mere happenstance, but one feels a certain sense of dread at the thought.
Your concern is misplaced, surely. Cloud Retainer is either in the city looking after her disciples, or secluded in her abode attending to her research. She will not notice that kite. On the subject of said kite, however, one simply must remark on the genius of its windlass lift technology. One cannot help but surmise that its ingenuity rivals that of Cloud Retainer's creations.
Still thy tongue. If Cloud Retainer were to hear you profess such a thing, we can both say farewell to any further use of the Supreme Cuisine Machine.
One presumes that this kite belongs to you.
Huh?
Regard the situation with which we are now confronted. This is all your fault.
One's fault. One seems to recall that releasing the kite was no solitary endeavor. Say something, Mountain Shaper. Surely you can think of something to appease her.
Further explanation shall only fan the flames of her wrath. It would be better to stay silent and retire at the earliest opportunity.
We can hardly avoid her forever. That may suffice during Lantern Rite. But what about the Moon Chase Festival? Sooner or later, she will discover our true identity.
Hello?
Go retrieve the kite.
Absolutely not. You retrieve it.
That is not our kite.
Oh, so an adeptus such as oneself is mistaken then?
Ah, you're an Adeptus? Please forgive us for any impropriety. I truly possess no inkling of who could have released a kite into your esteemed domain. Pray, who could be responsible for such wanton behavior?
Verily, verily, we were but delighting in the surrounding scenery. This locale is home to such exquisite... mint! Well, and if that's all, then we'll just be on our way.
We finally caught up. You sure do fly fast in your illuminated bird form, Xinyan. Mooncarver? Mountain Shaper? What are you doing here?
You!
Okay, now Paimon's getting a weird vibe. Did she say something wrong?
It is of no consequence. Long has one seen through their disguises. One was simply curious as to how long they would keep up the act.
Then you are not angry?
How could one feel anger at the sight of two old friends enjoying themselves? One is also well aware of how enticing these city novelties can be.
We were simply consumed by a fit of festive spirit. Seldom do we get the opportunity to partake in the delights of the times. However, we are far from being as adept as you in matters that require a deftness of hand. No worthy kite could be born of our own making. Thus, we could only take the convenient route, so to speak.
Your prowess in mechanics is unparalleled, Cloud Retainer. You wield the wind and waves themselves. Your singular talent stands unmatched across the land. Of this, we are well aware.
One has guests to attend to. We will have to convene again some other time. Traveler, Paimon, do try to keep up.
We're leaving already? Oh, all this flying from place to place is wearing Paimon out.
They're back.
Paimon's pooped. Hi. Why are there only two of you left?
After you left, Yao Yao and Shu Yu tired themselves out playing with their kites. Gao Ming offered to escort them home.
Before he left, he said something that I don't quite understand.
Oh? What did he say?
He said, a kite is always tied down no matter how far it flies or how high it soars. Its tether prevents it from ever truly flying free. He looked quite dejected
Bueno.
as he said this.
Now that you mention it, Gao Ming did seem to have a rather strange attitude towards kites.
A reflection of himself. Oh, if I were a kite, I would cherish that tether as a symbol of kinship and the bonds that tie us and...
Shenhe?
It may be an exceedingly slim and distant connection, but lose it, and you lose that which links you to home. If Gao Ming truly sees a kite as a reflection of himself, then I fear I understand his words even less.
Well, people often have different points of view depending on their mindset and experiences, right? It's actually quite normal.
Just like some people can eat spicy food, but others won't go anywhere near it?
Exactly. That's why tolerance and understanding are as important as they are.
Tolerance and understanding? What brought about this conversation? Did one miss something?
We were just chatting. You don't have to butt in on every little thing, you know. Where were you anyway?
One was merely doing a bit of cooking. Night fast approaches. If you are otherwise unoccupied, one would entreat you to stay and eat before you depart.
Oh, it's been so long since I've had the chance to enjoy your cooking, Cloud Retainer.
Worry not. One has prepared a variety of meat and vegetable dishes. One is more than familiar with everyone's culinary proclivities.
De vuelta.
Shenhe, Ganyu, come with me.
Whoa, what's with all the secrecy? You're not trying to play favorites, are you? If you're ready to serve the food, we can help too.
Ok, se acabó el texto. Ok. Hay que hacer dominio, ¿no? Creo que no. Ok.
This is...
Esto nos traje.
Oh, I can feel the wind brushing against my legs. This is a bit embarrassing. Is the headpiece secure? I should have asked Cloud Retainer to check before I stepped outside.
How do we look?
She asked them just like that?
You look pretty too, Ganyu! Oh, how should Paimon put it? You both look so elegant and refined! Those outfits really suit you both!
Given that one employed the services of the best tailor in all of Liyue, one would expect nothing less. What colors have you been partial to lately, Shenhe and Ganyu?
Lately? Why is Cloud Retainer suddenly asking about what colors we like?
I like black.
One is gratified to see one's disciple has inherited one's own tastes.
The color black doesn't get dirty easily. A virtue I've come to value recently.
And you, Ganyu?
I favor blue and black.
And the material is sufficiently comfortable, yes?
Yes, very. I simply cannot thank you enough, Cloud Retainer, for this gift. And the kite, too.
Thank you, Master.
One is content, as long as you are pleased with the gift. One hopes these garments will see much use.
Seems like your supreme cuisine machine is just getting better and better, Xianyan! This golden crab's particularly good. The shell's deliciously crunchy, and the meat inside is so succulent and sweet! Paimon can't stop eating. It's a good thing Gaming isn't here, or Paimon would have to duel him for the food. You know, with chopsticks.
He traveled all this way on account of the kite-making workshop, and he spent the whole afternoon looking after Shuyu. One was hoping to treat him to a meal. Oh well. One will just have to extend one's thanks in person.
It's rare for someone to make such a good impression on you, Cloud Retainer.
One has high standards. He appears to be a young man of much merit, and one is not the type who would see such potential squandered.
It appears that he wishes to break free from the kite string that tethers him.
Pues a la basura.
Kite string?
Ay,
Huh, what strange metaphors you speak in, Shenhe.
vas a la
Ever
basura y
since you
vuelvo.
returned from one mean restaurant, your turns of phrase render one at quite the loss.
Where do we even begin? Oh, do you know about the conflict between Gaming and his dad, Xianyan?
One has only heard that the two are not on good terms.
He ran away from home and hasn't been back since.
Oh?
Ran away, you say? Huh. one believes we would all benefit from a more thorough retelling. Start from the beginning.
Oh, okay. Paimon just hopes he won't mind.
What?
This shall not do. Lantern Rite fast approaches. We must make haste. As one was contacting various tailors around Liyue, one could not help but be reminded of Menogias. He possessed a singular talent for clothing design. He had an exquisite eye, not just for fabric selection and color pairing, but also for what accessories could best accentuate a garment's overall styling. At a gathering of Adepti, Bonanis once complained in secret to some of the ladies in attendance that the skirt Menogias made for her was too long and impractical, lamenting that it would only hinder her in battle. However, when one asked Menogias his opinion, he remarked that the train of the skirt would serve to enhance her adepto countenance by exemplifying a certain elegance. Menogias was that type of person. When it came to topics relating to garments and accessories, not even Rex Lapis could best his stubbornness.
아이고,
And later,
아이고. 어렵다고.
one seems to have strayed off.
Ahora que me doy cuenta, algunos juegos los he dejado en
Needless to
inglés.
say that Lantern Rite should be a day of reunion. It is a time to address problems before.
Un juego los he dejado en inglés. Bueno, el idioma. Bueno, el texto también.
Fate is fickle. The cruel reality of this world is that suffering and misfortune can befall any of us without design or reason. If there is a chance for young people to remain insulated from this reality,
Me están enviando
one should do one's
mensajes.
utmost to make it so.
¿Quién podría ser? Oh,
Nice and all, but
Vegetita.
Do you have any ideas, Cloud Retainer?
¿Te imaginas? Deja tus decisiones
Perhaps
enviándome
dental
un
arts could be
textaco.
of use. No. Mechanics, perhaps. One fails to see its use in a situation such as this.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Por cierto, Vegeta debe haber jugado nuevos juegos,
Putting
¿no?
our efforts is a
Yo creo
fine
que lo debe haber
idea.
jugado ya. A ver cuándo se salió el 4.
One has an idea.
Yo creo que no lo he jugado.
How
¿Sabes?
about this? Does that make sense to everyone?
No, creo que no lo haya jugado. Seguramente me lo he perdido en directo.
One's designs never fail. Now then, I
Ah,
come
sí, ya lo he
to
jugado,
rest
¿ves?
for all, and to make the necessary preparations. One shall see you in 2 days.
Bueno, perdí. Pero bueno. Todo me reacciona por partes. Esperemos hasta el siguiente día. Esperamos. Esperar y esperar. Hay que esperar. Bueno. Ok. Hay que terminar el eventito. Porque si no lo termino, nadie me lo va a terminar. Ah,
it's time to carry out the plan.
por cierto,
Let's go find Gamin.
vamos a ver. Ay, Dios mío. 112 deseaditos, nada, no mucho.
It was on a deserted moonlit night that the
Bueno,
hero approached the
pero hay
vine
que terminar los
dragon's
eventos porque nadie nos va a terminar. Da igual. Despiértate. Ay, me vengo. Ay, qué tal rico son. Soy un gordito rechonchito bien débil. Soy un gordito rechonchito bien débil. Imagínate tener el cuerpo de Inosuke. Pero ya tener el cuerpo de Inosuke,
Time to act.
cazarme. No, de cacería. Háganme.
Hi, Gumming! Paimon sees you've certainly gotten an early start this morning. Playing games already, are we? Who won this time? You the one buying dim sum again?
Hey, when you put it like that, it makes it sound like I'm always the one losing.
Ah, perfect, you're all here. There's an important commission I need your help with.
Alright, I've got the time. Where are the goods?
It's not just goods this time.
Algún día aprenderé a hablar inglés.
Wares from Chaoying Village to Liyue Harbor.
No lo
A
creo.
very important client has requested to meet with him.
Sure. What's this merchant's address?
Here.
Seguro que se escucha bien. ¿Se escucha bien mi voz?
Must be a very crucial, very pressing
Oh.
commission, right?
Of course, the sooner you complete it, the better. I would advise you to depart as soon as possible.
No problem.
Alright, don't work too hard now, Longjo. We'll set off then.
Antes podía aguantar el calor, ahora ya no lo puedo aguantar. Me he vuelto muy débil. Yo antes tenía dos pantallas, ahora solo una. ¿Cómo he decaído, amigo? Yo creo que hay que volver al antiguo.
You're a bit quiet today, Gumming. Oh, do you want Paimon to tell a story?
We're almost there. I'll take a rain check on that.
Un perrito. Ah, por cierto.
Hello, you must be the tea merchant heading to Liyue Harbor. We're here to escort you.
Dad?
Papá.
Oh, so you're Gumming's father. It's nice to meet you. Just leave this delivery to him. Trust Paimon, he's got this in the bag. Gumming is super good at what he does. Everyone at the Secure Transport Agency says as much. Even the Ministry of Civil Affairs has nothing but good things to say about him.
Seems like you've made some sort of name for yourself at least.
The goods are all in order?
Yes, they're all here.
Then let's get going.
A very important client has asked for you by name. You kinda have to come with us. Paimon doesn't know how we would explain ourselves if you just didn't show up. Plus, you'd be missing out on a huge money-making opportunity.
I see. I suppose I will have to trouble you all to escort me, then. Let's go.
Let's go. Solo hay que teletransportarnos. Hacemos esta libre. Ok.
We've been walking for so long. Is anyone tired? How about we stop and rest for a bit?
I'm fine.
Gummy, don't you usually have some delicious snacks on you? Come on, bring them out so we can share them.
I'm fine. Thank you.
I'm fine.
But the winter melon cake he gave us last time was so delicious. Have you ever tried it before, Mr. Ip?
Paimon,
¿Nos van a saltar aquí?
this place looks nice and open. Why don't you all rest
Oye,
here for a
¿y las
second?
cosas de encargo dónde están? ¿Dónde las llevan?
What about you? You're not going to join us?
Qué falso, ¿no?
I'm not tired. I'll keep watch.
Oh, but
Just let him go.
okay, we'll just share amongst ourselves then. Did you know, Uncle Ip, that the flavor of these cakes changes depending on...
Halt! Who goes there?
Poder super espada.
It appears that one's movements were overly conspicuous.
Enough of your musings. Focus. Focus on the matter at hand.
Nos van a robar.
Present your exquisite ornaments at once.
Indeed. Bring them forth readily and without protest.
Ah! What do we do?
It seems as if these two are acting alone. It won't be difficult to subdue them, but they might have something else waiting in store for Dad. The best way to keep him safe is... leave this to me. I'll handle them. Traveler, Paimon, take my dad and the goods away from here.
No, Coming. It's too dangerous.
Muy
That's what I
dangerous.
do.
A thorny foe indeed. Let us depart and seek a target softer in blows and disposition.
Don't think I'm gonna let you off so easily.
Away! Let us away!
Coming!
Don't worry, he's a great fighter. Paimon's even seen him take down a dozen or so treasure hoarders all by himself.
But Coming, if he had just stayed by my side and learned the family trade, he wouldn't have to put himself in such dangerous situations.
We just have to trust him. Let's go on ahead. We'd best get away from here, in case there are other bandits in the area waiting in ambush.
All is going to plan.
Ojo, plan.
Okay, we should be good to stop here. Youngly? Oh no, what is he doing here?
Good sir, please listen to me. Reel in your line and leave this place as quickly as you can. There are bandits in the area.
Son leído.
Bandits? Acting in broad daylight? Oh.
Bueno, me hace gracia.
Ah, I see. It appears many people are catching a chill as of late. If your throat is bothering you, Paimon, perhaps some tea and rest are in order.
No entendí.
Nope, no need. Paimon's fine. She just, had some cake stuck in her throat.
If there are indeed bandits in the area, then we should inform the Millilith at once. Oh? Well, if that's the case, such matters are best left to those with the necessary expertise, wouldn't you agree?
I suppose you're right. If ordinary people like us got involved, we would only cause more trouble.
Since we find ourselves otherwise unoccupied in this beautiful area, why don't we find a quiet place to relax while we wait for good news?
That would be lovely.
That would be lovely. That would be lovely. That would be lovely. No sé hablar inglés. ¿Alguien me enseña a hablar inglés? That would be lovely. What happened?
Body and
Lo
mind.
único que sé decir es what happened. What happened? What happened? What happened?
So, Uncle Ip does have a reason to be worried. After all, Gaming, the guard we mentioned, is his son.
Gaming. The name sounds somewhat familiar. Ah, yes. That is the name of the Usho dancer who has been performing around Liyue Harbor recently, is it not?
Exactly.
Oh, have you seen him perform?
Indeed. I cannot help but admire his skill. He truly encapsulates the spirit of the Suwani. Usho dancing has become more well known in Liyue Harbor recently. However, although performers are seeing budding success, they have no doubt had to face many hurdles along the way. One's not so easily understood by spectators such as ourselves. If you ask me, what truly deserves admiration is perseverance in the face of adversity. That is a rare attribute indeed. I have heard many of my acquaintances praise Gaming for his kind, selfless, and courageous disposition. To have a child so accomplished and upright, you must be a very proud parent indeed, Uncle Ip.
Seems like Zhongli has decided to skip the formalities.
Well, he's a hard worker. Yes.
You should be sure to tell him you think that when he gets back.
Your son is young yet. It's normal for someone his age to be a bit hot-headed. It's understandable to find talking about such things in person difficult. If there's a particular sentiment you wish to convey, perhaps we could pass it along for you.
No. It wouldn't be right to ask that of you.
Yeah. Todo está bien.
This thing between us has festered for many years now. In truth, there are some things that simply aren't easy
No
for us
puedo
to
porque
talk through.
tengo
I've been in the tea business for most of my
tengo
life.
mala suerte.
I
Siempre
always
tengo mala
hoped
suerte.
my child would do the same.
Compré la PC
How
y
will he support himself?
justamente
Over the past few
me trae un
years,
defecto
I heard how well he was
la
doing for
placa.
himself as a guard.
Qué mala suerte.
How his work was
Siempre
taking
tengo
him
mala
to
suerte.
farther and farther off places. I also heard that he never gave up on Wushu dancing. It made me happy. But I was also worried. When you're young, you can handle all that physically taxing work and manual labor. What young person isn't capable of making a living that way? My concern is what happens when you get
Quiero que voy a comenzar a sudar desde que
Every
apague el
time I get to
abanico.
thinking like that, I cannot help but
Antes
be
aguantaba el calor muy
reinforced
bien,
in
no
the
sé por qué ahora no
belief
aguanto el
that I
calor.
was right.
Poco raro,
I was right not to give in. I often regret introducing him to
¿Por qué
Wushu
ahora no
dancing
aguantar
as
el
a kid.
calor?
If I had known how things would turn out, I would have never
Tengo
taken
que
him to see those
acordarme.
performances in the first place.
It is only natural for a parent to strive to send their child down the right path. No one would begrudge you that sentiment, Uncle.
No se me viene ninguna idea de por qué antes aguantaba el calor
You
bastante bien
seem
y ahora ya
quite
no.
young, Mr. Zhongli. Yet you speak with
¿Por qué
such wisdom.
será?
Perhaps I have misjudged your age.
Your words are too kind. Truth be told, one of my old friends has several grown daughters. Rather than fretting about their future, however, she prefers
Será
to
porque
let them
pusieron las
find their own
ventanas
way.
y ahora ya no entra
She's
mucho aire.
more
¿Será por
easygoing
eso?
than I could ever be. I fear I lack such an open mind. I meant to say
Okay.
earlier, there is no need to be so polite. Feel free to call me by my name, Iptak.
Sure.
So, do you also think I fret too much, Mr. Zhongli?
That's not exactly what I was hoping to convey. Only a fool would ask a parent not to worry about their child. But think of it this way. Raising a child is not unlike flying a kite. Hold the string too tight, and it can no longer soar. As my friend once said, if your children are aiming for the stars, clipping their wings will only cause them to come crashing
Mucho
down.
texto, ¿no?
You need to let out the
Es
line for
demasiado
a kite to
texto,
soar.
¿verdad?
It seems I was too stuck in my ways.
You need not reproach your heart for
¿Sabes qué
children.
se me ha
You simply need to
pegado desde hace
loosen your
mucho tiempo
hold.
decir tipo no, tipo,
Indeed, with
está
such a
muy
big
guapo, ¿no?
heart, why not allocate the time you usually
O
spend
sea,
worrying
está muy
about
guapo,
Gaming
¿no?
to the pursuit of other things?
Y eso es una
Like going
frase
for a
española,
stroll,
siempre decir
drinking tea,
el no,
or
tipo,
taking
está
in
muy
the
guapo,
scenery.
¿no? O está
You
muy
never
bien,
know
¿no?
what surprises could be in store.
Y en español es como
Things
que está
can
muy
change
bien,
in the
¿no?
blink of an eye.
O sea, es como decir, tipo,
Blink of an eye,
está
you
súper
say.
lindo, ¿verdad? Pero
Do
añaden el
things
no,
change
o
so
está muy
quickly?
bien, ¿no?
Children grow up in quite the same
Es
way,
como que
do they
para
not?
referir el está
Day
muy
after
bien.
day, year after year, sometimes in the blink of an eye,
Pero
but
se me pegó
always
decir
when
no.
you least expect it.
Hace
As
ya
a
tiempo.
father, I'm sure you know that best.
Tengo que quitar esa,
Yes, you can say that again.
tengo que quitar
One
esa palabra al
second
final de
Tommy was
las
a kid.
cosas.
The next
Como
thing
está
I
muy
knew,
lindo,
I
¿no?
was ready to
Está muy
fly
guapo,
the nest.
¿no? ¿Sabes?
Zhongli certainly has a way with words.
No, me parece muy bien, ¿no? Tengo que quitar esa palabra, tipo, ficharla.
Oh, Gaming is back. Hey, Gaming, we're over here.
Dad, Traveler, Paimon. Good, you're all here. Oh, and Mr. Zhongli from the Wangshan
Mr.
Funeral
Zhongli?
Parlor? You're here too?
A fated meeting indeed. We were just enjoying some pleasant conversation.
Is everything resolved?
Well, you could say that.
What does that mean?
Traveler, Paimon, come with me. I need to talk to you.
¿Se dio cuenta?
Huh? Oh, okay.
I'll come right out and say it. Those two bandits, you sent them, didn't you?
No, 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 no.
So that's how we're starting off?
Can't look me in the eye, huh? Guess I'm right then.
Okay, but how did you know?
At first, their mannerisms seemed a bit stilted. But once I got close, it was obvious that they possessed great skills. I was right on their tail, and it should have taken only a few steps to catch up to them, yet somehow, I was never able to close that
Saliendo
distance.
corriendo.
People with that level of skill would have gone about things differently from the start, like sneaking up on us while we were distracted. Unless, of course, their real motive was to lure me away from the group all along.
Wow, you're pretty quick on the uptake.
I just have a lot of experience. I've dealt with many a ruthless bandit in my time, but I've never seen ones like them. In the end, I told them they would make good guards if they ever wanted to get back on the straight and narrow, and that they could hang out with me in Liyue Harbor anytime.
You ever consider you might be a little too good at making friends?
I'm guessing you guys were trying to help resolve things between my dad and me? I appreciate it, I really do. But this conflict between us has been going on for a long time. Even if those two were real bandits, and I was able to subdue them and show them what I was capable of, it wouldn't change anything. You've seen the way he talks to me.
It's not like that at all! Your dad really cares about you. You should see the way he talks about you when you're not around. Zhongli was talking things through with him, and he nearly agreed to let it go. You don't believe us?
He won't let it go. He can say as much as he wants to other people, but he won't talk to me. I'm certain of it.
You told us you wanted to prove yourself to your dad. Why don't you tell him about all the hard work you've done these past few years?
Will that even do anything? I'm not sure talking is enough.
You won't know unless you try. Just like how you won't know if something is delicious unless you taste it. Listen to us. It's time to put these people skills to good use. You can make friends with anyone, so why not your dad?
I'll do my best.
You are very knowledgeable, Mr. Zhongli. I'm impressed. Despite my being in the tea industry for several decades, it seems I still have much to learn about the art of tea tasting.
You flatter me. It was nothing but a few humble musings.
How much tea have you drank since we've been gone?
Ipdak and I have found many a common interest. Our friendship, much like a cup of tea, seems to grow stronger the longer it has to steep.
Well said, Mr. Zhongli. Gaming, Mr. Zhongli is very knowledgeable. You should take the opportunity to learn from people like him when you're in the city.
Huh? Oh, of course.
Ahem. Zhongli?
I have very much enjoyed our conversation, Ipdak, but I, unfortunately, have some unfinished funeral parlor business to attend to.
Oh, I hope I didn't keep you. My apologies for taking up so much of your time, Mr. Zhongli. No need to stay on my account. When you're less busy, let's find a time to meet. I'll treat you to dim sum.
It would be an honor.
We'll see you off, Zhongli. You two have a nice chat, all right? Thanks for helping us talk things through with Uncle Ip. Good thing you were able to pick up on what we were putting down.
I have been around the both of you for some time now. You could say I have a certain level of expertise in that regard. As for my role in the conversation, think nothing of it. I hardly did anything noteworthy.
You never change, do you? Why did you have us walk all this way? Paimon thought we just had to go far enough to be out of earshot.
A friend approaches.
Hello.
So, you're here too?
I've been here the whole time? A ghostly kite. Could that elusive Director Hu be coming to Wangshu Inn once again? What is she doing here? I suppose it matters not. Given her relationship with Rex, well, Zhongli, I might as well go pay my respects. It's you! I thought you were Director Hu.
Ah, your arrival is most fortuitous. Do you want to try out this new gadget? The addition of the power source makes the takeoff more stable. It's just that...
He seems quite immersed in the study of this device.
I fear it's almost too stable. It completely negates the pleasure of seeing one's kite sway with the wind. It's a bit of a shame. In truth, I'm here because Director Hu dispatched me to purchase some items in preparation for Lantern Rite.
I see. Much like she does every year. Much like she'll do next year, I would imagine. Am I wrong? Or has she once again sent you out to buy, what is it, sesame oil or something?
While we're on the subject, I do wonder why she is so obsessed with using sesame oil in the preparation of mixed vegetable dishes for Lantern Rite. A recommendation from Xiangling, perhaps. What do you think, Xiao?
I've only met Director Hu a few times. I'm hardly the best person to ask.
Ah, and is that not a sign that you should visit Wangsheng Funeral Parlor more often? It wouldn't hurt to grace the parlor with your presence now and again, when you are otherwise unoccupied. This one here is a traditional kite, one without any equipped mechanical device. Director Hu tasked me with studying the differences between the two to determine which one is of greater merit. Many hands make light work. Perhaps you could test out the other kite for me?
All right. I have made my comparisons. If speed is what you're after, the mechanical kite is the better choice.
Wonderful. I shall pass that information along to Director Hu. I'll leave these two kites with you. Perhaps you can find a few friends with which to partake in the activity. You might find it to be an enjoyable use of your time.
Oh, wait. Who enjoys kite flying?
Well, I would imagine someone of your talent and wisdom is more than capable of finding out.
So, you were testing out the kites for Hu Tao and even roped Xiao into doing it for you? Paimon didn't ask earlier because the situation was, awkward.
I would hardly say I roped Xiao into anything. I simply sought the help of a friend. Besides, we did the testing together.
Seems like our pool of competitors is growing. Do you like kite flying, Xiao?
I suppose I neither like nor dislike it. Although, watching a kite gradually ascend into the sky does bring me a certain peace of mind. Perhaps they're a bit like Xiao lanterns in that way.
Kite flying is also a pleasant form of relaxation.
Have you ever thought about making a kite, Xiao? Cloud Retainer taught us how. We can teach you if you want.
There's no need. Menogias was the only yaksha among us who had an interest in matters of ornamentation and design. When Lantern Rite is over, come find me near Pervasi's temple if you have the time.
It's getting late. I should go inform Director Hu of our findings.
How's she been, by the way? Be sure to say hi to her for us.
The last time I spoke to her, she mentioned that she would be visiting Chaoying Village in a few days. If you have the time, perhaps you could also make the trip. If you happen to run into her, you can pass along your regards in person.
We'll keep that in mind. Take care, Xiangli. See you later.
See you next time.
Coming.
You can go first.
I don't have anything to say.
Mucho texto.
I still don't want to.
Llevamos una hora de full texto.
Oh.
Aunque la historia está bonita,
I
pero
can't say I support that decision.
tenemos una hora de full texto.
Hey, let me finish before you get all...
¿Qué podemos hacer?
Sit, Shinha, sit. You must be tired from your journey. Shall I pour you a cup of tea, or would you prefer something else to drink?
No need. I'm not tired. They're gone, Master.
Perfect. The time is nigh for us to make an appearance. Do you remember the plan one recounted to you?
Yes, Master. We aim to give them a demonstration of familial love. So I'll have whatever you are having.
All right.
What are Auntie Xianyun and Shanhe doing here? Just how many people are involved in this scheme? I suppose all I can do is just take a seat and see what happens.
Perfect. I just so happen to have bought some Sunglow tea recently. It's quite the delectable variety. Or it would be if one has not been forced to drink it every day in the hopes of whittling down one's considerable stash. One has more than had one's fill already. Oh, forget it. Such thoughts detract from the present need to keep up the conversation. Has work been busy during the holiday season? Do you need my help with anything?
Drunk guests can sometimes cause trouble, but I deal with them as you taught me, by pinning their heads against the table.
Are Auntie Xianyun and Shanhe serious right now?
Oh dear. While one was busy orchestrating this act, one seems to have forgotten about Shanhe's various eccentricities. What I meant to ask was, have you made any new friends? We live so far from each other, it would be a great comfort to me to know you were surrounded by good companions.
You already know of my past circumstances. Recently, I've been conversing with Guoba in the kitchen at night. Guoba can't talk, but his companionship is a comfort.
The poor child. Her one friend can't even talk. I guess maybe Gaming is not doing so bad after all. Perhaps I've been too hard on him.
Let's move on, shall we? Do you have any plans for today, Shanhe? How about we do something fun?
That sounds about right. Take her to do something fun, and perhaps she'll loosen up a bit.
Like we used to do when we would carry stones up and down the mountain from dawn until dusk, picking herbs to eat for dinner along the way? If that is what you ask of me, then that is what I shall do.
Dad, here, have some tea. Or no, wait, let's not have any just yet.
Yeah. I simply can't listen to that any longer. Coming. I'd like to finish what I was trying to say before. I don't support your decision to stay in Liyue Harbor, because living there is too hard on you. If you come home, there will be people to help you. I'm not saying we have to live under the same roof. I know our personalities are too similar to avoid butting heads. But you'll have your entire family around you. Your aunts, uncles, they'll all do whatever they can to help. You could get a less taxing job, and we could grab dim sum together from time to time.
Huh. I didn't know dim sum was such an important affair, Master.
Shh. Just think about it, okay? You don't have to decide now.
Dad really has changed a lot. He would never have said these things to me before. But thank you, Dad.
It's been long enough, don't you think? Oh, Paimon sure hopes they've made up by now. Oh, they're drinking tea in silence. That's not a good sign. Did Xianyun's plan not work after all? Hey, you two! Paimon's sorry we were gone for so long. We got to chatting with some friends and didn't realize how much time had passed.
Perfect timing, actually. We seem to be just about done here.
Yep, let's go. I'll get the bags.
Gaming has grown a lot taller, hasn't he?
Tararara, tararara. Allá. Allá. Oh, la camarógrafa, ¿cómo se llamaba de aquí? Charlotte, ¿no? Es Charlotte. Oye.
You must be Mr. Ip! Thank you for coming all this way. My name is Charlotte, and I'm a reporter from Fontaine. You can find me writing for the Steambird. I invited you here not just to purchase your fine tea, but also with the hope that you might be willing to sit down for a short interview. What do you say?
An interview? To advertise my teas?
I suppose you could think of it that way. We Fontainians are big tea drinkers too.
The Fontaine Market. Then I'll need some time to adequately prepare. Perhaps we could sit down and discuss the questions you intend to ask in advance.
Of course, of course! Please follow me.
Is this person also involved in your plan? And here I thought I had lots of connections. I suppose I've been humbled. You sure know all kinds of cool and important people.
Over here! Yoo-hoo! Over here!
Huh? What? Auntie Shenyun?
She probably wants to talk about the next phase of the plan. Let's go while your dad is still distracted.
Literalmente llevamos en una misión, o sea, solamente es una, Llevamos aquí. Impresionante.
I take it that all is going well?
Don't worry, Shenyun. Everything is going according to plan.
I knew it. I knew that was all an act earlier. Auntie Shenyun is really something. She was so determined to help me. She didn't even care about making herself and Shanha appear foolish in front of my family. She truly knows how to look out for others. I still have a lot to learn.
As for the next step...
Oh no!
What's wrong, Gamin?
Don't tell me you're the ones footing the bill for all that tea. I can't let you do that.
Fret not. Reimbursement.
Exactly. Think of it more as an investment, as Ningguang would say. We pulled together the Mora so that Charlotte could place the order. She's gonna bring it back to the Steambird as a gift, as well as a sample of the regional specialty. Fontainians will probably fall in love with your dad's tea as soon as they lay their eyes on Charlotte's article. And once all the money from the new orders begin to roll in, getting our Mora back will be a piece of cake.
Oh, okay. Business-related matters always seem to go over my head, but I refuse to let you all lose Mora on my behalf. I'll pay you back right now.
We can talk about such matters at a later date. There are more important matters for you to consider at the moment, are there not?
Yes. I've been thinking about it the whole way here. I have an idea, but I'd hate to cause even more trouble for all of you.
That is for us to decide.
Yeah, we're all friends here. Plus, we wouldn't be here if we didn't want to help, right? Just tell us about this idea of yours.
Okay. So, it's like this.
Got it. Just leave it to us. Let's split up and make it happen. We need to do those things we talked about, but we also still have the kite flying competition. Since Xiao already tested out those kites for us, why don't we also go buy one of those mechanical thingamabobs or whatever they're called? We can attach it to our kite.
Tarara, tararara. Tarara, tararara. Ta- tarara, tararara. Tarara, tararara.
Hello again.
Welcome back! I see you returned from your trip. I really do have to thank you for all your help from before. Thanks to you, my daughter was able to build a kite with her grandmother that very same day. She even wrote a long letter telling me how much she loved it.
Oh, you should really be thanking Gaming, not us.
I'll be sure to. And are you here to buy a kite? Please, take your pick.
Oh, we already have a kite. We wanted to buy one of those, device thingies from Fontaine. Do you sell them separately?
Ah, yes. Here you go. Please.
Oh,
take it
cierto, no me
free of charge.
respondieron.
The
Y
directions are in the box.
arreglaron. A
It's
ver.
not hard to install at all.
It doesn't feel right for us to just...
No, no me respondieron.
Well, nor would it feel right for me to take your Mora. Good luck
Bueno,
in the
yo me
kite
responderé más tarde,
competition.
si es que se
I'll be
arregló o
rooting
no
for
se
you.
arregló el más.
Alright then, thank you.
Tararararararara.
It's done. Let's get down to business. Looks like we finished everything we needed to do. Let's find a good place and put this thing into the sky.
¿Va a empezar ya? ¿Al final? Sí, ya va a empezar. Veamos la cinemática. Ojo.
Chi-Chi, we're almost there. Okay.
Come here, allow me.
The lantern rite is as festive as ever.
¿Por qué está Evita siempre con la misma ropa?
Huh? Oh, what's going on?
Did something happen? What should we do? Oh, should we get the Millilith?
What's that?
taken that many pictures already? I need to load more film.
Wait, the wind.
Oh my gosh! Mommy, I want a big kite like that too!
Do you see that kite way out in front? It's so beautiful!
Happy Lantern Rite.
Happy Lantern Rite!
Robin's performance was so cool, Paimon almost wanted to join in. You saw that, right, Traveler? Let's go find him. Oh, he's over there, talking to his dad. I think I'll head off now, if that's okay.
Muy bonito.
Thank you, little girl. Do you want us to walk you back?
No need, no need. Master is waiting for me right over there.
Dad.
I suppose I'll go first this time.
Okay.
Your performance. I've seen many wuxia dances in my time, but I've got to admit, what you pulled off there was breathtaking.
Wow. I never thought I'd live to hear you say that. Absolutely. I know it'll be difficult, but...
Then it doesn't matter. What I mean to say is, of course it'll be difficult. But if that's your decision, if that's your dream, then it doesn't matter how difficult it is. As long as you put in the work, then any obstacle can be overcome in time. Really, when I was young, I also... Actually, how about we save that story of my past for another time? All I really want to say is, I've changed my mind. Much like this kite, you also deserve to soar to new heights.
Dad.
Son.
Son? Haven't heard that in a while.
I bet you're wondering what's gotten into me saying all this.
Well, a little bit, yeah.
Anyway, I know I've never found the chance to say this before, but... to me, Gaming, you've always been a great kid. All right, that's everything I've got. Did you have something you wanted to say, or...
Seeing the two of them talk things through like this really gives Paimon a sense of accomplishment.
Now go. Over there, Your friends are still waiting for you.
Huh? But you came all this way.
I'll be staying in Liyue Harbor for a bit longer. When you have time, we can grab dim sum together. Your treat, right?
Dad, honestly.
Go.
Okay, then I'm off. See you soon.
That's quite the smile you've got there, Gummy.
Really?
It's nothing to be embarrassed about.
I'd like to find and thank Auntie Shenyun, as well as everyone else who's helped me out. If everyone has time, maybe we could all get together and go fly a kite.
Oh. Ay, me acabo de... Digo, el otro día me comí, que no les falta una mañana. El otro día me comí 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 uñas. Me comí 7 de 10. No me arranqué las uñas. ¿Cómo? Completar Animula, Charoy, acto 1. ¿Qué es Animula, Charoy, acto 1? ¿Qué es Animula, Charoy, acto 1? ¿Animula? ¿Qué es Animula? No veas que es una misión de las tochas enorme. Ay, no me lo creo, es esta. Ay, 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 ay. Ay. Hoy no he recogido, LOL, apenas una. O sea, gente, tengo que hacer esta, o sea, es recomendable, pero espero que déjame, dime que la puedo hacer sin recomendable. Recomendable, dame 30 protos. Da igual, mira la misión. Ahí está. Son 30 protos. Espere 2 días. Vale, yo no puedo hacer eso porque me voy a ir. Y claro, si me pongo a hacer otras misiones más y más texto, o sea que no va a alcanzar en una semana a terminarlos todos literalmente. Lo que pasa es que dentro de esas misiones legendarias hay algunas que traen muchos puzzles. Y me molesta hacer los puzzles. No quiero hacer puzzles. Así que bueno. Pero ya, esperar 2 días, ya. Otros 2 días más. Dios mío.
Oh, Paimon almost forgot! Didn't Zhongli say Hu Tao was also planning on
Nunca hice la boca, Paimon.
We didn't have anything else to do today, right? Why don't we go have a look around? Maybe we'll run into her. The mountain air is so refreshing. It makes Paimon feel like she could float around all day and never get tired. Cream! Gummies! Fuel fruit! Huh? Did you hear that? Sunshine! Blue skies! Good? Right? So Paimon wasn't just hearing things. That voice sounds really familiar. Well, we've got the time. Why don't we go check it out?
Ay, me acabo de voltear.
What are they doing here? Navia, Claran!
Ah, well, if it isn't my dear partners. See, I told you that something good was going to happen during our travels today. I have to say, sometimes the Steambird's astrology column is spot on.
It's just your lucky day.
Are you guys also here to catch the festivities? Oh, and that reminds me. Happy Lantern Ride.
Happy Lantern Ride.
Happy Lantern Ride to you too! Wait, if you're here for Lantern Ride, then what are you doing on top of this deserted mountain? And that voice we heard, that was you, right, Navia?
Oh, impressive. You could tell it was me from that far away. You've got good ears.
That or your voice is just really loud.
Well, of course it is. After all, I'm a boss.
Indeed. I suppose it's an asset.
Sure is! Having a loud voice is a handy tool when it comes to communication. Wait, that wasn't even Paimon's point. Paimon just wants to know why you two were shouting from the top of this deserted mountain. There was something about almonds, maybe? And buell fruit? Ooh, is it some sort of secret code?
No, it's not a code. The words are meaningless.
Perhaps, but the act of shouting was very meaningful indeed. That's just what mountain climbers do, right? After all the hard work it takes to make it to the top, as you stand on the summit looking out at the vast scenery, it's not easy to resist the urge to release those emotions.
Vaya.
Exactly. You get me, partner. I was afraid that it would cause a disturbance, so I asked the locals around here, and they said it was fine. Apparently most hikers like to shout when they get to the top, so the locals are used to it by now. So, you see, it's not just me. I guess everyone shouts from the top of a mountain at some point in their life.
Speak for yourself.
When you're
Ay,
stressed, don't
me
you
duele
ever
el
just
hombro.
get the urge to do something for no reason?
Not really. If I ever get stressed, I just go hunting.
Oh, that's a pretty good way to relieve stress.
Vale.
What I choose to hunt depends on my mood.
Huh?
Anyway, why don't you two give it a try? Shout anything you want. It's a real stress reliever.
As long as Paimon has clothes on her back and food in her belly, Paimon doesn't think there's any stress that needs relieving.
Oh,
Ok, espero que sea el último texto. Pues nada, terminamos el evento, esta historia. Y mañana haré el evento, creo que es de combate. Creo. Así que bueno.
Did Paimon hear that right? Farina's also here? In Chiang Village?
Believe in your ears. It is indeed as you heard. Actually, the reason we climbed this mountain in the first place was also because we heard the sound of shouting.
¿Qué puedo hacer?
Yes.
Oh,
We could just about make out someone yelling things like, "Help me!" and "What
¿qué
should
puedo
I
hacer
do?"
ahora?
So we hurried up here to check it out.
Puedo cerrar el directo. Lo único, tratar de hacer una misión legendaria
Was
también.
standing right there, all red in the face. She
Para
practically
avanzar en
sprinted
el
back down
texto,
the
porque
mountain
tengo
the minute she
muchas
saw
misiones
us.
legendarias con texto.
That reminds me. I believe what she actually said was, "So help me, I will figure out what I should do about this script."
Y ha sido bueno
You could actually
que,
hear what
que
she
cuando
was
dejen
saying.
cargada la cuenta,
Say so
si lo
earlier.
hubieran hecho, ¿sabes? Tipo,
was really
te dejo la cuenta encargada,
I
vale.
figured we would come check out the
Sin
situation
más.
either way. Why not
Pero
let her
no.
keep some privacy?
Al final,
Seems like you caught Farina in the middle of some stress relief as well.
al final fue mentira.
She probably would have never thought.
Pero bueno,
No, she definitely would have never thought she would run into anyone she knew all the way out here.
vale. Y...
I think so. We ran into Nervalet on the way here as well, but he was already on his way back, so they probably weren't together.
What? Nervalet was here too?
Vamos
What was he doing?
I think it just
Vamos
might
ya a dar el texto,
Nervalet
¿sabes?
is not the type to
Pica,
take...
pica,
Didn't
pica, pica.
Charlotte publish an article on the Liyue tea industry?
My situation is completely
Espérate con
different.
esto.
You Fontaine.
Oh, it's not for me. I lost a... It was just... Ridesley gets really... You could give him mint.
If only. In any case, I'm pretty sure the tea you bought is this region's specialty. What? Yes, that's the one.
You didn't really...
Please.
That.
Oh, that's right. Who A few days ago, we heard that
Oh dear. We've been chatting for quite some time.
we should...
No need to stay on our account. We just got up here.
Go and meet your friend.
Sounds good.
Uy. Uy, yo digo que esto es una piscina. No, ya no veo, estoy ciego. Estoy ciego. Urina.
Chiang Village is known for its tea, but you know what?
Vamos a quitar texto porque...
Didn't Gaming say something? Oh, now let's see what kind of Paimon's not seeing things as she is. Wonder what they're talking about. Zhongli knows a lot of stuff. Maybe he's telling for... Oh, or maybe Hu Tao is trying to... Hey, this isn't... But... Since Zhongli, it's decided then.
Skip.
Zhongli. Alright, no time... Good afternoon, Hu Tao, Zhongli, and Farina! Oh, great.
Oh, well,
Well,
aren't you?
That we were able...
Oh, so both of you are acquainted. But seeing as you're a hero who's been all over, since we have found ourselves
quisiera ver el
in
próximo
Heaven's
reconte.
company within this fertile
¿No es que el otro
land,
reconte es de...?
It appears you have been to Fontaine then, given your proclivity.
what I mean to although
El otro
I've
reconte es
built
de
up
fuego,
this-
¿no?
I stand before you right now as
¿O
nothing
no?
more than there is definitely more to Mr. Zhongli than me. Given
¿Será
his
querido
legacy,
primero?
just no.
No, debe ser primero fuego, primero, ¿no?
You may not have heard, friends, but Miss Farina is now one of
Okay, you. Guess Paimon will have to break into the hidden stash at the bottom of her shoe.
What's this about? Don't tell me. You two were...
We just saw you guys.
Oh, I see. That means that... what was Paimon's guess then?
Paimon thought Jacques...
But...
If that's the case,
Oh, that's right.
You see? Since both of our guesses were right, hey, don't be a... How about this? You buy Paimon a bowl and Paimon will also buy...
Since
I was the subject of the bet, perhaps it should go to me?
Estoy intentando skipear lo más rápido que pueda.
Just joking. Anyway, I should be the one treating you. The funeral parlor is about to bring in... Oh, Paimon, did I... Huh? Oh, well... Really? Paimon is so...
Whoa, it's not like that.
Huh? But...
Really, Paimon, it's not like you don't know me. Miss Hu Tao is... Not too long ago, I read a collection of horror stories from Liyue. Now that Fontaine's biggest star... Hey!
Hey, bro.
Well, my...
Well,
It was a
come
fated
on,
meeting
in
indeed.
the main house.
Zhongli sure loves...
I come is
Someone you know.
play
What?
Genshin Impact.
You guess very
It's
impressive.
H. Fuck. No, H. This. Fuck.
Huh. Paimon never thought Neuvillette would...
I'm sure he was already... Yup, that's exact. This area is full of mountains and rivers.
So, were you the one that...
Of course, but speaking of...
What about it?
He doesn't get out much, does he? No, all in all,
Oh?
I'm sure he does.
Is that...
Wait, you didn't see...
Unfortunately, at the time, it appeared as if
Estoy
director...
dejando skipeando,
What a shame.
Is that so? Hmm?
Well, with the traveler around.
That's right. She's got more friends than she knows what...
Well, that's certain. Oh, that reminds me. Just tell him even if he's really that much of a stickler for protocol, he can fill out a leave of absence request.
Me acuerdo que mucha gente se quejó la última vez que dos arcontes no se juntaron. Por eso tal vez ahora son Lee con esta... ¿sabes?
In my experience, a leader... It seems like your friend still has a lot of... If I remember correctly...
Mucha gente la última vez se quejó de que porque no se juntó.
Traveler, Miss...
Oh, it's
Se
Navi.
juntaron 20 con la Shogun.
We saw you all chatting over here, and we're wondering if we could join in.
No apologies necessary.
Straight to the...
Flip. 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 Flip.
It's getting late. If we want to catch a boat back...
Indeed. Then, Miss...
Oh,
When are you planning to head back?
I mean...
It's normal for...
There are... Exactly! Just 8 but if you take a closer look, there may be... My dear demoiselle!
Of course.
Got it. By the way, did I hear you mention that chlorine? Then you must have also...
Well, besides, I prefer how...
I see. Well, you've certainly picked an app.
Only the best. Thank you so much. It's fun. The next time... Dim sum.
Dim sum.
Oh, make sure to order...
Ooh, okay.
Wait, but... Didn't you guys say you were here on vacation?
Of course I am. A kite, a parrot, Chlorand is...
So, all your big...
And some tea-flavored...
Chlorand isn't...
Well, one of us has to practice...
Hey, I'm hardly... Me? Oh, well, I bought some tea. Other than that, they should all be things I can use.
If you bought that much stuff, where did it all go?
Oh,
Monsieur Neuvillette.
Oh, so that... Wait, what? Why did he take...
Monsieur Nerville, I felt a bit bad.
He even offered to... Neuvillette is a...
See, even...
Wow,
You're wrong.
only the funeral parlor had... Right, Zhongli?
Indeed.
Paran said Neuvillette offered to deliver her gifts to Risley. So if we go to the...
No puedo transportarme aquí, ¿no? Super. Super.
Time to act.
Esto es más texto ya, ¿no? Bueno, tratemos de terminar aquí en directo. Ta-da-da. Ta-da-da. Ta-da-da.
It's never it. We lucked out.
Ta-da-da-da. Ta-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Oh, it's you.
Ta-da-da.
It's been some time since our last few people
You call this
strictly speak.
Ta-da-da-da-da-da.
First, I should clap. Second,
Ta-da-da.
I see. Thank you for informing. Yes, they have. I have to hand it to just a simple.
Fácil
Of
Oh, amigo.
Guess not. This quantity. Much of that is. Oh, it was by. That explains it then. Well, go ahead. Something else I'd like. This is a stone. Well, that is an app. A legal codex. Before the advent of. Oh. Since ancient time, as a tribute to that, during my travels recently, I chanced upon. We joked with Clarence. So that I did not expect you. It is a. I suppose I should. This. Just kidding. But we do have. That sounds.
So that's what you were doing in.
Indeed.
¿Veis? O sea, nos metieron un recuerdo con más texto aún, por eso es que digo que
Then we are of the same.
podría ser tan fácil como decir sí. Igual recuerdo de que le dio el regalo a Guardian y ya está, ¿sabes? Sin más, pero le metimos texto. Texto sobre el texto dentro del texto.
Take for example, in the past, I never. This is also.
That's a ladle?
That was indeed one of my inspirations. Really. To tell you around such. But I'm afraid this is all I can offer. That is precisely why it would do me such a great. You are most welcome. Happy Lantern. That sounds like it could easily lead to a vicious cycle of but my proclivity. Now I see that the human world is in.
Uy. ¿Todo acá? Perfecto. Es que ya no podía dejarlo en automático porque yo creo que me he saltado más o menos ya otra hora de texto. Ya me saltó más o menos otra hora de texto. Y esto sigue para largo, ¿eh? Yo creo que déjame revisar. Porque es que literalmente ya me he pasado una hora de texto.
Now, this is what I call a moment of solitude.
Vale, nos faltan aproximadamente 10 minutos para 2 horas de stream. Así que vamos a darle. Al seguir explicando texto, obviamente. Okay.
No, my sword! Incinerate! Keep within the law.
¡Me mataron! No sé por qué cuando entro a esta zona siempre me da la gana.
Rain outlines your fate.
Ah, bueno.
Order guide you. Stabilize.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
Gather.
Body and mind.
Stabilize.
¿Por qué no me has utilizado esto?
Solidify.
One with nature.
Rain outlines your fate. Let me read you a verse.
I will have order. Stabilize. Solidify.
The wind knows.
No, my sword. Boom!
Oh.
One man's stone
Se me está yendo.
gem. Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those?
¿Qué le faltaba, Molina? Faltan estas benditas plantas. Su arma ya está en 90, los artefactos ya están. 115 ya está, Creo que hasta incluso... aquí yo creo que era. Buscar uno con más daño crítico, creo que es aquí. ¿Qué me da debido a este corto stacks? ¿Daño crítico? No, me da pleno. No sirvió. Espérate, aún estoy en la última misión de esto. Ah, no, ya está. Nada, ya está. Entonces, ¿qué estoy haciendo? Por la señal de parecer algo raro. ¿Qué rayos estoy haciendo entonces? Es una misión de mundo. Misión de mundo. Estoy haciendo una misión de mundo, con razón ya me parecía raro a mí que esto siguiera, ¿sabes? Ya me parecía raro. Pinche juego, o sea... Antes me cargaba más rápido las cosas, las pantallas de carga me cargaban súper que rapidísimo, ahora no tanto, no sé qué pasa. En fin, después de estar en tanto texto, ya había sido yo que... Ok. Ya me parecía raro que estaba siguiendo una línea de misión que no tenía nada que ver con el rito de la linterna, ¿sabes? Me pareció un poco raro. Se activaría, yo creo que se activó sin darme cuenta de corazón.
Add Ast.
Thank
Thank you for Add Astra.
Vale, ahí. Hay gente. Espero que la hayas pasado bien con tanto texto. Y nada. Mañana otra hora. Mañana sí, yo creo que voy a jugar Overwatch. Yo creo que sí. Mañana sí le voy a meter al Overwatch. Entonces, mañana vamos a tener el Overwatch. Ya digo que Fortnite lo tengo boot. Hace mucho que no juego Fortnite. Es una pena, es una lástima. Quisiera jugar el Fortnite, pero no se puede. Así que mañana voy a traer Overwatch. A ver, soy seguramente 2 horitas más o menos. 2 horitas, creo que ya llevo 2 horitas de stream, ¿no? Pero, y si no, pues ya las voy a estar cumplir. Como no hay nadie en el stream viendo, pues no hay charla, no hay tema de conversación. Y bueno, pues entonces pues no sé más que decir. Si hubiera alguien o si tuviera gente aquí, pues seguramente me quedaría más tiempo charlando, pero pues lamentablemente no hay. En fin, gracias por pasarte, gracias por verme, gracias por el apoyo, agradecido un montón. Y nada, como siempre digo, ¿no? Gracias por tu tiempo, aunque sea pasarte a ver, pasarte a saludar, o aunque sea estar suscrito al canal. Eso se agradece al final y al cabo, aunque pues no te pases, no estás, o no comentes, o nunca llegaste al directo. Pues nada, en que sea estar suscrito y yo agradecido un montón. Muchas gracias. Nos vemos mañana con Overwatch. Mañana sí le pienso al Overwatch. Y luego, ¿qué podría meterme? Podría ser Overwatch y Genshin un rato Genshin, pero primero Overwatch. Así que nada, pues nada, pasarlo bien gente. Agradecido un montón. Bye bye.